got the stress, I got the pot belly. So what, right?
And there are some conditions after childbirth that you cannot lose that weight.
I cannot see you at your best more than you want to see you at your best.
Of course.
Why
Women
not?
are vocal about their depression. That's how we even know that
There's a
women have
difference between
depression.
going through and vocalizing it.
In as much as I like what I like, you have an identity before getting married to me.
Before. It still matters even when you're married that person.
Absolutely.
Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Adambi Mbango and you are welcome to the Banter Brigade, where the African diaspora sees it like it is. From culture to chaos, from taboo to truth. It is a safe space where every opinion matters and will be listened to. So today is very special because it is our final episode for the season. Yay! Yeah, so we're excited. So the topic for today is, does physical attraction matter when finding love? So she says, All right, before we dive in, let's meet the rest of the team. I'm going to start with Mr. Fashionista to the far. Hi.
Hi,
Always looking good.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You're welcome. Keep mentioning.
Thick, totally. Wait, let me say Maggie's name. Thick, totally cute.
That's me. Yes, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Prayer warrior extraordinary.
Okay, you already know.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to
Yay.
be here.
And my evil twin, Mrs. Dimples, Vivian. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So someone that's closing the show, but was not in any of the previous episodes.
I was supposed to be
He
here.
was supposed to be, but we're happy to have him.
Yes, we are.
King.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
All right. So let's go into the topic. Does physical attraction matter when finding love? And Mado, I know that you're boiling to start.
I am. I actually am because, like I said, I always go back to the Bible. The Bible says in Proverbs that beauty is fleeting, but only a woman that fears the Lord shall be praised. So physical attraction is literally nothing when it compares to what you're this is a life partner. We're talking about life partners, right? Or do you just mean boyfriend, girlfriend?
All of it.
Relationship. It does not matter. And the reason why I say so is because there's a lot more. There's values, there's compatibility, there's a lot of things that actually makes a relationship work. And I don't think physical attraction is part of it.
So
I think it's part of it, but it has like a 1% value.
So it is part of it. A percentage is a percentage.
Yes, a percentage is a
What is
percentage.
it? It's just how
So
big,
it matters.
but not.
So
It matters, but not to a greater extent.
Okay, so it matters.
Yes, it matters.
So you've seen someone approaching you and they be like,
I don't want to contradict myself because I'm
no,
actually...
you are not, because you say it matters. But
Yes.
maybe not. So you can plead the fifth and say you can find a level ground.
Yes.
Somewhere in the middle. You're right there in the
Truly.
middle.
Yes, I'm not in the middle. I'm 20%. So 80% of
That
it
20
has
is
nothing to
huge
do.
because that 80 is like a mix of a lot of other things.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it does matter. You said like 2%. I think it's more than 2%.
She said 20. She fixed it.
20%. I think it's more than 20% but it's not one of the core values or the only thing that should matter. There are other values that should be considered. But I think physical attraction do matter because there's a life partner. You talked about the Bible says, church said yes. Apart from the Bible, we have feelings. This is somebody who was spending the whole life.
Let's put the Bible on the side.
Yeah. No, we're not putting the Bible on the side. We are with the Bible. We are with the Bible. We have
We're
feelings.
modernizing.
You understand? We're not fornicating. We are married. We have things to do. When you want to eat, food presentation matters. There are food that you won't eat just by looking at them. You understand?
Oh,
It's not a bad thing. It's your choice. You don't want to get married to someone that this is a life partner. You're staying in the house through your whole life with this person. You don't want to have someone in the house that you sleep and you're like, why she is facing that way, you're facing that way. No, it might be because of that attraction. Yes, I know some people will say, we can work on it, but before you work on it, you should have something to work on. There are things you can work on. There are things you can. Yeah, there are things you can't work on. So I believe that's one thing that you see we are hypocritical to our own self. We try to please people. They will say, "Oh, it doesn't matter. I will take her the way she is." But deep in you,
Yeah, or if you actually do
you
admit
know
that it
that it
matters,
matters.
and
Yeah.
you're seen as you're
you're
shallow.
probably
and-
thinking, "Oh,
yeah.
even if she's in the house, I have a side chick that actually has what I want. I will satisfy the other part of my life with." But if at the beginning you consider that, it will be a whole factor for you to concentrate on your home and not be
marriage.
distracted from outside.
I think you wanna say something?
No. I was going to say I agree with Sam, but I also think that it varies from individual to individual, right? Because there are people who like your 20. Madam said 20%. Said it's more than 20%. I can say it's 50-50. Someone else can say it's 60-40.
So it's subjective.
So yeah, so it depends. And I think culture too will influence it because.
I don't think so.
I-
The only culture that influences beauty
I-
and stuff is Korean.
No.
That's a call.
Let me tell you why, right? In Cameroon, gap tooth is beauty. Right? Gap tooth is beauty. Some people...
Or
but-
hair on the legs, like we said in the
Yes, hairy.
Hair on the legs is beauty. Hair on the guy's chest is beauty.
It's beauty.
Right? But up here, it's not.
It's
So
terrible.
I may be in-
Can you crack it up with
I may be in
laughter?
that cultural environment and look attractive to someone, and
then you
they can-
move.
and then I move here in the US, and someone look at like, ew.
Okay, now I feel like, well, I don't know what the word for it is when you're picking things like gap tooth or hair on the
Yeah.
legs and stuff. Where I'm struggling with the definition of physical attraction is people metamorphose, right? We change, especially women, men too,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yes.
So how does it? Some people get better with time, some people don't. It changes.
Yes.
Is it a thing that you can see someone and say, "I know, say no matter how they slappy, will change," or
but that-
what
it
happens?
goes
That's why I say there
It
should be
goes
something
back to
to
what
work
Sam
on.
said.
So you're
right.
going to go with previous memories. They didn't been a
let me
bad
tell
fine
you,
girl 10 years ago.
if my wife, for
so
example,
curious
if my
to hear what
wife
he has
after
to say.
childbirth,
He's only laughing. Can speak.
Viv, after childbirth, if my wife ends up with a big tumor, I might decide, okay, let's go and do.
Tummy
Sam,
tuck.
you want to talk? Let's talk about it because you don't deny.
If my not tonight, my problem with let me tell you, my problem with
Sam,
those
every
things
day they
is
send
the-
me video, then with it, they
no, my problem with those things is the pain the people go through. I don't like to see people in pains. But if my wife says, okay, I can go through the pains, I'm in support of that. That's how comfortable she feels.
Why you not
And-
tell me say don't change opinion?
And no, maybe you don't understand me. I'm not against that.
Okay.
I just feel the pain of, I don't
But you
like
not be
seeing
ever
people in,
highlight the pain. You be just talking and say no.
because nobody them say you undo.
I be telling you,
Nothing.
perfect one,
You
do am.
understand? With your body is comfort. In as much as I like what I like, you have an identity before getting married to me. You understand? So let's not try to please the crowd and die inside.
What I did, see, I literally, Vivian.
Wait, Sam reverse and say that again.
I mean, in as much as
Wait,
you are
I put
married,
my
Yes.
in as much as we're married,
Yes.
you have an identity. You have to get that self-esteem so that even when you're mad at me, you look at yourself, no, I'm a full package.
Period.
Okay, you will come back.
Let them just say
understand?
amen.
Amen.
Over to Ken. Ken, let's hear what you have to
We
say.
want to hear King's opinion.
Now you're not.
I think physical attraction matters to Ken.
You see all this talk, yeah? To me, honestly, I think that is a very debatable, question. Everybody, comes in with a particular, with
Their
what you
special
call it?
sauce.
With the sauce, right? Like you say, right? I think that the first sight, men know this. Women might not, but men know this.
That's what we want to hear.
First sight for a man is everything.
The first time he sees
A
you.
man is attracted. The first sight, or for a man stepping of
Basically, you're saying
setting
physical-
eyes,
physical
the
attraction
first,
obviously definitely matters for men.
For
that
men.
counts to a man. The heart of a man is moved by first sight.
Okay.
That will carry him through
The
a
relation,
lifetime.
yes. He will be remembering that first day.
Along the way, there are changes, which I'm sure the man can adjust to.
Probably.
That's very normal.
Today,
Well, in this world we're in, nowadays it's very tricky.
Yeah.
Explain tricky.
Okay, tricky in the sense that, okay, if my wife, my spouse, for instance, gives birth to a child, it's okay. 2, okay, things start getting really, really tricky and different. You know, her shape, her body size, weight, and everything.
Obviously.
She could get comfortable. African women, we get really comfortable with ourselves.
That's not a bad thing.
Every
but
woman,
we'll take it.
let me say every woman, but specifically African women, we get comfortable in our homes, right? I personally work out. I do a lot of sports, right? I think that the efforts a woman puts in herself is very, very important. I think that is a really, really important thing for me to see my wife. Even if you have the stretch marks, I want to see you with some, you know, you should make efforts. You should show, you should put in efforts to, like, you bring yourself back. Don't just,
Okay,
you know.
now okay, let me ask you this. Women go through a lot of depression when they after childbirth, right? If for example, your wife has a child and they're going through depression and you don't see them putting that effort, what happens?
Where's the depression coming from? How can I, as a man, help?
Okay, that was
I like that.
question.
I like that. We're about to eat you up. We're about to eat you up. Yeah, that's a good question to ask.
It's a good question to ask because the thing is, you talked about African women getting comfortable. I don't think that, because again, not just every woman, everybody knows what they want to see when they look in the mirror. I know what I want to see. That's why sometimes I'm telling my husband, oh, I'm getting fat, I need to lose weight. And it's like, no, you look. I'm like, no, that's not what I want to see when I look in the mirror, right? It goes back to what Sam says. You are an individual. You have to be whole and fulfilled in yourself before looking for someone to add to that.
1,000%.
But what I'm hearing they say is, Sam is saying when the metamorphosis happens, he's totally okay with it. Ken is saying, do what you gotta do.
Try your best.
Get
back to
so
where you were.
then that defeats the purpose of the woman being comfortable in her skin. So now I got the stretch, I got the pot belly. So what? So if I just want to stay that way, do we make the effort, or do we make the effort to try to physically be attractive by the definition of our partners?
Okay.
No.
Because you have a baby, like Ken said, and then some women just be like, I can get it.
I think if you're trying to do it for someone else, the effort that you would put into it would not be as much as if you're trying to do it for yourself.
100%.
So then what? That's what I'm saying. That there's two contradicting, because then what happens? One man wants, okay, baby, I hear that you have 2-3 kids now. It's 5 years down the line. Maybe depression, because depression is not time boxed, right? How can we? Maybe it's a conversation also. Emotional intelligence, all that coming into play. How can we get back to we missed you that time where you understand? You should take that time. Then
it's
it
the
say
way
me
you
I
put
don't
it.
want that no, it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't matter how you put it. I don't like when people say that as the way you put it, because it's like it really doesn't. You could put the thing for the nicest way, person will say change your mind, or you could change your mind.
Look,
right?
this is a very straight topic. Like, we really have to call this thing. We all go through depression. Men go through more depression than women.
Mamma mia, in the next topic that came.
Look, that should
Ma,
definitely
write
be
that
a
down.
next
And that is actually
But let me-
true.
let me-
No,
let me-
men hide their depression. No, they hide their depression.
Who measure them? What's the metrics? Where do we find
Women are
them?
vocal about their depression.
I
That's how we
have
even know
to.
that
There's a
women
difference
have
between
depression.
going through
Look.
and vocalizing
Ada.
it.
So
Bang.
I understand.
Let me-
what
I'm
you're
writing
trying
down
to
that
say.
topic.
I'm not saying no to what he's saying, but to the topic of discussion, which is women go to
Okay,
depression after
yeah.
childbirth.
No,
That's
we
like-
cannot be compared. No, it cannot be compared.
That's a very natural
That's for
cause,
sure.
right? It's a natural cause that women go through, right? And I
Yeah.
think that every woman turns to accept that phase of their life, and it's just a natural thing.
What do you mean by accept?
When I say accept, is the creator, the one that gave you the ability to birth a child,
that baby.
right, has given you that power to be able to welcome the phases you're going to go through, the metamorphosis, like we call it, right?
100%.
But now, when we go to the depression, the general depression for man, between man and woman, look, you see me? I depress depression.
You don't let it depress you.
Yes. I depression I feel like everybody should, especially women, they do, right? But at the end, in the end, right, we are looking more so about how do you, as a woman, when you get off that sick bed, because we would call it that, right? When you get off that sick bed and come into your normal life, what exactly do you want to show to yourself, not your partner? I don't want you to show me anything. Of course, I definitely need you to get back. If I were in the position to say, okay, what do I want to see from this woman getting out of all these medications and stuff? She just gave birth and all that. I still wish inside, in the back of my head, I still want to see that perfect 10, right? But it's not.
But it's
the
not
fact.
possible.
But it's,
Yeah.
it's never gonna be
But
that.
now,
It will never
right?
be that
Even,
anymore.
even when even she goes back and redoes the body and everything,
It will not be the same.
It will never be the same.
Yeah.
But I still want to see the goal
The
is
effort.
efforts.
No, I get what you're saying, right? So now,
Which is, so what he's
this is
saying,
what I
let me
want to
just add this.
understand.
He's saying that physical attraction does not only matter before,
It
it
matters
still
after.
matters even when you're
Maintenance.
married that person.
Absolutely, it's a
Amen.
journey.
Deployment.
Mommy,
It's
oh.
a journey. It's a
No,
journey.
Wahala.
I understand what Ken is saying, but what
I
I
go
want to
fit
know
so.
is because this leads into something else that we're going to probably talk about at some point, right?
Now, new topic, ma, right now.
No, it's already on the list. So the reason why I keep asking Ken this question is I want to know because I think women get comfortable, yes, and it comes sometimes with the depression. So you want her to get back to that perfect 10, right? But she's a mother, she's breastfeeding, she's a housewife, she's taking care of the home. She's also probably
She does not
working.
even know what's going on with her body.
She's also probably working. So all of that is happening. How do you support her to get back to where you want her to get back to make sure that, because it's not just saying, oh, I want you to get back to that perfect 10. And then you get up in the morning, she's cleaning the baby, she's cooking your breakfast, she's running to work, she's doing all of this, and then you still expect her to have time for gym and still rest and still come back to you in the night in bed.
The thing is,
Yeah, like how long?
So I want to know, yes.
for me, in appreciation of the process that led her to that current shape, I won't be in the position to suggest her to go under the knife or do a surgery to perfect it.
Not
But
necessarily under the knife, because there are other ways.
I want you guys,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you guys to land so that
Yeah.
we can talk about
So-
the men that change in marriage too with the pot bellies.
No, we'll get there.
Well, okay, good.
We'll get
Yeah,
there.
let's make her get there. Let's make her get there.
It's also there are a lot of other things. Like I was 210 pounds when I had my first son, right? And after breastfeeding, 9 months after breastfeeding, it took me. In fact, you were seeing me. It took me about 2 months to lose the weight. Not everybody goes through that. I do chronic diet to go back, but that's what I want to see in the mirror. That's what makes me comfortable, right? But some people, they don't go through that process. It takes them
The
time.
system is different.
Some people will not. Some people will not. Okay, I've come to understand my body. So I know what to do to lose weight. Some people don't know it. They have to still learn it and all of that. And then not everybody is focused minded. They need encouragement. So what do you as a partner do to encourage them to get back to that 10?
But that's what Ken is saying. So Ken
I
is
think
saying.
that, right? A lot of men give up at some point in that area after their women give birth. But that's why you start seeing side chicks. These
For
Or,
me,
or they
see.
just leave it up to you and trust that you will handle it. And then I feel like they don't give you time, to come to terms with yourself bit by bit in your own pace.
Yeah.
I think it's a joint effort. For example, let me use myself for example. I'm at a stage where I easily get a big stomach when I eat too much. So I am seriously controlling it. If my wife decided, okay, she's not comfortable with her belly, I'm like some sort of a diet, not a strict diet, but I watch what time I eat and all those stuff. We can
Not
go
always.
to. I try to. We can go through the journey together. I go to the gym. Now the baby is still tender. When she has the time, she can say, okay, let's go together. We try to go through that process together to see how it's going. If it's not going, it's not a deal breaker that if it doesn't work, I will leave or you will leave. No, we're just trying to fix it. There are things in life that don't work the way we want.
I don't
but
think
we
that
still
physical
stay.
attraction should break
So
a
you
marriage.
adapt
That is
to it.
crazy.
Yes,
If
of
she
course.
says, I don't want to go to the gym, I'm lazy about working out, like me sitting here, right? And I'm comfortable with how I look. If the weight sheds off and it goes away sometime, fine. If not, this is what it is. You're okay with
I
it.
said I won't be the one to propose that because
I know,
it's
but I'm
another
saying
way
that
to
even
appreciate.
if you don't do that,
the
it stays
hard
the
work.
same.
Ken Ismith, you have. In fact, let's go to that gym.
No,
Ken,
I won't.
talk
To
I
get
won't.
back to that.
No, it's not that. Everybody, I feel like we should allow everybody to make choices, but at the same time, we leave in consideration
Of
to
the other person.
of the other person,
Give
right?
them grace.
No, that's not what he meant.
In the
He says
end,
consideration as in
look.
like
Like, make the woman
me
consider
the woman
you.
get himself together.
in the end, right?
His point
Look,
stands.
look.
He be very serious on the point.
We all get pregnant. Okay, we all get
Yeah.
pregnant. Men get pregnant too.
Oh, they
Wait,
do.
Let's hear him out. Remember that first up, one to
Look.
chewy.
No, I want to learn. I want to learn.
We get pregnant in the sense that weight is something that we get if we don't take care of our bodies, right? Pregnancy is not necessarily a deliberate
Pregnancy
action.
is pregnancy. There's no way you can
Eh,
water it down or compare it to your pot
yeah.
belly.
Believe it or not, not everybody expects to be pregnant. Not everybody wants
Yeah, there
to
are
be
people who don't
pregnant,
want
but
to
they
be
get
pregnant.
pregnant, right? Not every man wants to have a big stomach by drinking beer or eating too much, but they get it when they eat too much.
That's something controllable.
But it's
There's a
different.
biological
But that's
transformation
your-
that has taken place in this
In
woman's
somebody's
system
life.
she can't control
Your
it.
gluttony has
It's a
caused
natural
you.
process.
Exactly.
You understand? So Ken,
That's-
let me ask you this one, man to man.
Yeah.
Please. What if you use your means, you use that pressure, and it doesn't work? What's the plan B?
Good.
The way
I'm
hear it,
ready.
I want to hear it.
Come again.
What if you force her to go to the gym, do all what you want her
And she
to
doesn't
do?
Force.
want
He
to.
didn't
Or
say
you
force.
try to convince
He
her.
sets expectations. How you get there is your problem.
Yeah, okay. What if she doesn't get there? What happens?
Okay, first, I would not force my spouse to go to the gym. I would not. I think, like you said earlier on, it's a joint effort,
Yeah.
right? I don't want my spouse to feel pressured on anything.
Anyway.
It is a gift for her to be able to bring a baby to the world. right?
Period.
And I feel like I have to share in her suffering one way or the other. But also, I should not forget, in the back of my mind, I should always want to encourage her that, hey, mama,
Let me paraphrase.
Mama, you go
That-
go that
that
gym
part
today, or you don't go go.
Let me paraphrase.
Mommy, you go run, or you don't go run.
Paraphrase that question.
I have to big so.
Mommy, there, so don't cut and small. Mommy, just cut
Away the chop.
so that chop over plenty. You don't say as a mom. See, let me tell you, we're talking about
Let me
marriage.
paraphrase Sam's question. I want to give time frames.
don't go long.
No, because you're making the point. We want to actually get what you're saying.
Okay.
So you get married. Your wife gives birth. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. She's not lost the weight. She's going downhill. And when I say downhill, from what you knew her from the 10 you knew her, she's gone down to she started from an 8, now she's down to a 5. 10 years down the line, you're trying to encourage her. It's not happening. She's now a 3. What do you do?
How did she get there? That's my first question.
We don't enter the only qualifying
No.
factor on a childbirth.
Childbearing.
No, it's like she said, she went from a 7
I'm
to a
crying.
5 to a 3. Those are steps, right? Those are phases.
From child
Like
1,
it
child
has
2,
to
child
take
3.
several
No,
years,
not
right?
necessarily.
It has to take a long time, a good time.
So what do you do? Because you said
Okay.
you want her back to that attraction that you saw in the beginning. So how do
Okay,
you handle that?
hypothetically, let's assume that my spouse doesn't want to go to the gym. She don't want to do nothing, and she just wants to
Yes, I want
enjoy
to
her
hear
life
your
and being
your
where,
path
like,
forward.
be in a position where she's at, right? I think that first and foremost, it comes from the start. How I appreciated who she was. If she's changing, not by character but just body wise, I think that if it's a workable thing, which should be, if a spouse, if you care about your spouse and they do the same, you should be able to work out something. Some are slower than others.
Exactly.
I think that those are things that might need, some people need therapy. Some people
Extra
go
help.
through, different phases just to get that extra help. You might not necessarily be the best man to help your wife get through the weight loss and stuff like that, because a lot of times we feel like we're doctors when we're not, or physical therapists, or personal trainers. We want to be all those, especially African men. When we go and hit the dumbbells 1-2 days, we feel like, oh, we can heal the world. But now it's a negotiation. It's a negotiation. Like
What
we say,
happens when you don't get your part of the deal?
sometimes we go past that physical attraction and really look at
It
the
really
woman.
becomes
I
that.
was waiting for you to get to that part.
We have to
because in
consider,
marriage,
yeah.
physical attraction literally goes out the door after a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
You guys start to do so many things that you're no longer looking at your wife like, oh, he's small. You're looking at your wife like, this is my wife. Nothing concerns you with how
We
she's
have to-
going.
No, I don't.
So
think
And then
you
there's
about
another
why
side where they
she's
meet up,
small.
you dry, and then you small honeymoon face, now again wait now and say, hey, I bought talk to you. And
Yeah.
then
There
the
are
one
things,
is
there are
there now,
things
so,
in life where we let go with time and with age.
Yes.
At this age, there are things
100%.
where we value a lot
More
physically.
than
But when time we're like,
attraction.
okay,
Yeah.
that is just something I shouldn't take as a primary concern.
Other things come.
Yeah, consider other things, and you let go. That should
There's
be one
a
of
lot
the things.
more
I feel like that was what will happen
Than
because
just
you
that.
wouldn't even know, but you realize that
I was
you don't
going
even
through-
care if she goes
Because
back to her normal self.
at times we know the society where we are. It might not even be that the woman doesn't want to do it. She might have the zeal to do it, but we know with kids, you might be a busy man. She has all the time to be in the house with
She's thinking
kids.
about probably recovery
Yeah,
time and
she
all
might
of
want to
that.
go to the gym. She doesn't even have the time.
That's
She
what
might
I'm
be the one
saying.
to drop up the kids in school,
That's what
pick
I'm
them up, and
saying.
all those things. So there
Okay,
are a
it's
lot
just
of.
saying that it shouldn't take forever. Take the time.
It can
but
take
not
forever. You can never tell.
No, the thing is, the
It can take
thing is,
longer than you expect.
I say these things, right? There are too many factors. Every family is affected differently.
Yeah.
There
And
are
I
too
think it's just
many
having
factors.
conversations.
Yeah, there are
At
too
every
many
point
factors.
or stage in your marriage, just have that conversation. Okay, like Mother said, where mommy, things say with health again. Health and this and this.
It's the delivery. That's what she
Sometimes
was
not be
saying. That
healthy.
she was saying that
Not be
delivery
about
has
the
nothing
weight
to
anyway.
do.
It can affect
She was
health
saying that
too.
delivery has
It can
nothing to
affect
do. I
health.
feel like delivery
Funny
has
enough,
everything to
funny
do.
enough,
The
guess-
way your husband
guess
supports
what?
you.
Guess
Yeah.
what? It's not just about the men, because I feel like right now we're talking so much about the men that it might kind of take away the essence. Because in the end, it also requires the woman receiving the information, because not every woman. I think that, well, it's said, and I think I've had that experience. A lot of women take it not really lightly when you talk about your weight.
Of course.
Right?
No,
It
that's
will
true.
be
Like,
the spouse
1000%.
or
That's
just a
true.
stranger, right? So not every man has that artsy way of coming to negotiate, like tell you about, oh, hey, mama, what about, don't you think that the 10 pounds down could really,
So
really...
So you don't
The
want to
thing is,
have
this
lies.
is-
No,
That
you
10
don't
pounds
just
down,
wanna
that
say
10
it
pounds
as
down
it
will
is.
piss me off.
Ken,
It will piss me off.
this is your wife. You
This is
understand?
hypothetical.
If you don't think you are that
I'm
man,
saying not every man
Can put it nicely.
can put it nicely.
Right.
Some men will just come and, especially African men,
But that-
we are
you're
very,
saying
we
that to
are
say that that's
brute
not
with
right,
our
right?
words,
There's
right?
a movie like that.
I
I'll
hope you're
send you
saying
guys
that
to watch
say
In
it.
that
that
is not
case-
right.
She
That's
gained
not
that
the right way
weight
to
and the
go.
man was
No,
telling
no,
her
no.
straight up.
You're
Ken-
saying that to say that if he comes like that, you know, say, your man African man, just take
No,
out.
I can't say it's not
in
right.
that
That's
case-
how he expresses
Ken-
himself.
That
You
is
have
not
to
right. There's a
understand
wrong
your
way of
man.
expressing
Ken,
yourself. Do you
Right.
think so?
Okay,
You have
in
to
that
understand-
case, that's double problem, because the man has more problem than that. That's not
you
the
will never
only
get
thing.
what you want.
Yeah,
You
that's
never-
not the only thing the woman is going through with that. That's just one of them. Like, okay, he would like, must I work for that, work on that belly.
Yeah,
It
you're
means
being
many
cruel.
other things he
You're
has
being
been saying
cruel.
it to the wife that way. So it's a big problem already in the marriage. Without the physical appearance or whatever. So I
The
think,
way you speak.
Yeah, it's something that needs to be worked on. Even before going to the physical, they need to work on themselves, on the communication and how the man talks to the wife, because you don't talk to your wife.
I want to
It's
say
an
one thing.
African man. We'll get that topic when he come now.
I think
African
I
man.
think we even
Yes.
shifted a little bit from the topic
From the main
itself,
topic.
because getting the way Ken was going on this thing I want. So it's not okay. Now we're already in relationship. What they're talking about before the end is does it, because the topic itself says, does it matter when you're picking a partner, right? Or
It does. No, it's the same thing. I think they're not mutually exclusive. It does when you, this is a yellow cup, right? King is saying that I know that if you put hot water, like with the boys up for the change color, they use iron kusha, wash and I come back. That's King say buy a iron kusha.
I didn't say
Period.
to a certain extent. I know it's important, but with the
That's when the episode will start.
I know physical appearance is important, but with the current generation, it has been overemphasized so much so
Because
that
social media.
with social media,
Yeah.
it kills the other values that are also very
I have a
important. For
question.
example,
Okay.
let me tell you something.
Okay, finish.
We have people who have created their
I
expected
do
powers
one.
from 3 different people. You will see a girl
And
to
a
3
clone
different
one.
girls, like
let's
created
build our
an
man
imaginary
and
man.
build
That's the
our
man she
man.
wants to marry.
Yes,
She will never see that
I
man.
don't say-
4 men together
You
to make that
understand?
one
To make
man.
one.
Man buffet.
last time, I'm gonna give you clear.
Man buffet like you said.
I have a question for King. So you realize that when we talk about the changes that come, we're talking about a change that is affected by a very serious life event, right? Ergo childbirth, right? So you can fix that. What happens if it's like an accident and then they're crippled? Or a water burn and that change just goes?
It goes back to what I was telling you, right?
What
Kindness and
happens? And
compassion.
something you really can't fix.
There's something about humans that we need to understand. We adapt.
1000%.
If you're true to yourself, you adapt to situations. But at the same time, I think that birth from an accident are 2 different things. Birth is something you can reshape yourself into something
Not
else.
necessarily everybody.
Well, not necessarily everybody, but there is a workable...
But there's that possibility.
There's a workable
Okay,
distance
so that's
you
an
can
extreme
get
kind
to,
of
right?
case then.
Yes.
I personally, I think it's a fight and a struggle with every man, with every woman. Effort is everything. If you know that you have to, if you consider your relationship and yourself, we have to be healthy at the end of the day. I want to be healthy for my spouse. I want to be healthy for my children. I want to be able to work hard enough to see my best self. I cannot see you at your best more than you want to see you at your
Of
best.
course.
So if my best is my business or if it's subjective,
I can never
then,
know what your best is.
but then I have my best and you have your best expectation on me.
So this is the thing. Like I said, I would never want to be in a position where I want to force my spouse or put them under any pressure on becoming a model. First things first, let's break the ice, right?
I told you I'd be breaking that.
No, I've been breaking the ice. Let
Look,
me
there's a bigger
open the
ice to
ice.
break.
Open that.
So this is the thing. No man or woman really gets married to the perfect partner.
Of course.
Tell the camera.
You
Then you choose your own imperfection.
look,
That's 20%.
look. A lot of times most people we get married to the wrong people. That's facts.
Because you're looking at attraction and going.
90% to be fair, get married to the wrong people.
Really?
I'll guarantee you that. It's not about research. I don't say go Google. No, Google will not tell you
What's
that.
your reason?
Okay, before I get to that,
You don't really break the ice.
you have too many things on the table to judge whether or not this is the right person for you. All right.
Yes.
The time you meet this person, the occasion, how they look,
Your
how they
mindset at
appear,
that
your
time.
mindset. A lot of factors come into your consideration, or you're considering that person to be your partner. But in the end, truthfully, that might not be the case for your being, existence. We talk about destiny, we talk about Bible.
Because you're going to
right?
metamorphose too.
There's so many things that are going to change over time. So I might not, funny enough, husband might not be the person that you wanted to get married to. My spouse might not be the person. The same thing for you.
Do you know that going in? What do you mean by might not be?
I think
Are we
we're
talking
at
about
the
challenges
point
that will
when
come along the way,
that's-
which is different, and
we're-
things can make people change?
That's what I'm saying. Those things affect how you look at your spouse
How
over
you
time.
I think we're at the point when we've already gone past through all those consideration on who to choose, on what not to choose, until we've already
don't
chosen.
diet.
You understand? No? Now it's the metamorphosis that we're trying to. What happens when it comes? Because we're not at the point where we're thinking, okay, he's not perfect, but we can try to get them at home. They're already in the house.
Because what happened is we all agree that it matters. You
Yeah.
all underscored it that it does matter, especially to men. Now you took it a step further. It's not a red herring, so we're still in track. A step further to say, however, the maintenance should happen. And we're saying that we want to get what we see off the bat, right? And we like it, and it pulls us in. That's fine. And then over time it changes. We even use childbirth now for make and give them so much meaning. It could just be I changed. Hormones too, they make person change. We don't explain
lot
now.
of it.
Right?
And there are some conditions after childbirth that you cannot lose that weight. Like
That's
all
what I'm
those
saying,
issues.
right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not by their making.
and they will come back to men. What's their excuse?
To not lose weight.
Look. There was something funny because someone watching this right now would say these guys are way out of topic, right? Someone looking at this right now would say, you know what? I think that you guys really should have been talking about this particular thing instead of talking about. And at the end of the day, we realize these are opinions, right?
These are opinions.
And the thing is, nothing that we've said, is away from the truth.
Yes.
Everything we've said contributes to the truth of this particular topic.
And the reason is because it's a subjective topic.
It is.
I am a plus size woman, right? When I started dating, I used to do this PSA every time. When I get into a day, whatever, dinner, whatever, I would tell the guy. I was telling Vivian, I'll be like, this is me.
I've been like this my entire
This
life.
is it. So are we
Don't
going
expect
or are
me
we
to
not
understand,
going?
but-
Yes.
Yes, I used to do that. It was a PSA and I would do it all the time. I'm like, if you talk about anything concerning my weight, and mind you, recently I've lost 25 pounds. You've noticed?
Oh, yes.
But I did it for myself. It's not because somebody, my husband met me with that weight. When I remember, if I show you the pictures when I met my husband, I look much bigger. So I literally told him, I'm like, this is the body. So it's subjective. If a man that doesn't want that, don't take it. Why would you marry a woman that is thicker and then now when she gains more weight, now you're upset? So it's just really subjective. For him, I wouldn't advise you to take a woman that can be going left and right. And the woman should
woman goes left and
understand
right.
your stand on that. So she will also meet you halfway by going to the gym because she knows her husband. Because you want your wife to know you very well, right? You don't want your wife to just be like a desico, like I'm not going to lose this weight. Then she doesn't care about you. Because you as a person, you want your wife to maintain. So it's all about that. Some people are married to men who
But
don't
it's
care.
also create the room for the maintenance,
Right.
right? Because again, like the example that I gave, a woman who has a child, let's say you're a traveling man, you work and you travel a lot.
Right.
And your wife is at home with a kid, she has to work, she has to maintain the home, she has to take the kids to activities and all of that. She doesn't have the time to go to the gym.
Yeah.
So what time does she have to,
She will make the time. She knows her husband. That's what I'm saying. She knows her husband.
No, but
so she will
others-
make the
You
time.
know that things have changed over time, right? Before, when you got married, it was just you and your wife. Now, things have changed. Now there are kids involved.
He'll have to support her.
So how do you support her so that she gets back?
Get
to
a
work?
nanny.
Yeah, because she
You
might
get
want-
all of
she
those
may
things.
want
You have to help.
Like for me, I know that I am always busy. I don't have the time to go to the gym, so I put my work in my diet, right, to be able to keep the body that I want to keep. So maybe your wife as well may want that. She knows where she wants to be, but the activity surrounding her life at the time does not allow her. So how do you support so that she knows that, okay, maybe get a nanny for a week and say, hey babe, I'll get you a nanny for a week. If you need to exercise, plan your exercise around this time, we'll get a nanny from year to year.
Yes, that would be
And
supportive.
I'll be home when I'm home. You can take this time to this time. When I'm home, you can go for your
Maggie, also,
So
so
it's
let me
conversations.
comment on something that you said. If he, so communicate your preference early on.
Yes.
So I like your figure 8 and I want it to stay that way. Maybe after childbirth, I like we'll work out together, right? Now, but if you come back to what you said is, maybe he didn't articulate that in the beginning, right? And then now she has changed. And then now he goes and says, baby, if you reduce your fufu, you understand? And then she goes, and then she goes, no, I like her.
That will be me to me.
But I don't want, what I don't want us to, I don't like thinking like that is that she refusing to change for that is indication of, I don't love you enough. We pick and choose and sometimes in a healthy way, how we want to adjust to accommodate the other person.
Right.
It's not something that is like a must.
Automatic, yeah.
People halfway, right? Because you know that, okay, the conversation didn't happen before, the conversation is happening now, right?
It's happening.
It's happening
So
now.
you have to
I'm
consider
saying-
your husband.
yeah,
He
I'm
wants
saying-
you to do.
I'm
You have to
saying,
try your
okay,
best.
I really like the way you used to look, and I want you to get back to it. Let me ask you, maybe it's not giving her, let me ask you, what do you think I can do to help you to get back there, right? As opposed to say, I better reduce your fufu.
Ken, is that what you're saying? You know what I asked her? So because Ken said earlier that a man can just be, lack of a better word, I have better words, but I'll use this one, rude. And just say reduce your fufu. That's what he said, right? That, oh, we're African men, we say it as
And
it
he's like,
is.
you're supposed to know your husband, so
Yes,
you already
that's
know
how
his
he talks.
delivery. It will still piss me off, even if I know his delivery.
yeah.
So how
Okay, so I want to tie the point from Vivian and Mado. From Viv and Mado, I think that Mado made a very, very important, I would say the point she made was very vital, and which was more so about the size, right? Every man is different. We look at things differently.
Of course.
Some men want plus 10, some want petite and all that. Everybody has a size in their head.
Preference,
right?
yeah.
For me as an artist, I'm a crazy man. I dream big, I dream crazy stuff. You don't even want to know the woman I'm thinking about.
Beyonce.
I get it's just
No,
crazy.
it's a dream.
Beyonce is like
Beyonce.
Beyonce
Beyonce is never big enough.
no.
like it's crazy. The fantasy we have in our head
No, he's
as
talking
men,
about fantasy. The kind
Right.
of fantasy woman that
Yeah.
he imagines in his head.
we resolve within ourselves as men
Say, the man, I know if you get the man, man.
to settle.
Just calm down, yeah.
To be honest with you, and I'm sure women have that too.
We do, of course.
That's why
Most of us probably
four people are
settle.
putting together. You never get that person.
You just be like, the man must kind. I'll job manager. So yeah, I'll job manager.
Yeah.
He don't get money, but what?
So
Maybe connection, no day.
in the end, we settle with what is closest.
We settle with what is realistic. Because
Not always.
Not every man.
No, sometimes you have unrealistic expectations.
Yes.
It's
No,
fantasy.
believe me.
Bringing 4 men and making them your ideal man is unrealistic.
Look, believe it or
So
not.
you settle for what is real, what's in front of you.
Viv, believe it or not, some men, like women, prefer to be in that unrealistic space.
So where are you going to get the unrealistic?
They're going to get.
That's why they
what
start
want.
cheating.
For how long will you be in that unrealistic space?
That's why they
Well,
start cheating.
That's why some people get into marriage and find out, right?
Oh, yes. People find out in marriage. He's very,
that's just the fact.
It's sounding controversial, but people actually get into marriage and start realizing, oh, I don't like the way the woman is heading. Oh, I don't like the way this man's
That's
legs
what I
are. And
said. You
it's
should have
crazy.
something to work on.
It's crazy.
You should have something to work on. If you see, for example, you see a girl, she is slim, she doesn't have butt, you can say, okay, when you get married, we can go to BBL. That's a solution to your problem. You understand?
What if the girl doesn't want to do BBL?
You buy the pants in the market, that is to add.
Why that hip enhancer?
You buy those pants in the market.
on there, you know
understand?
it all.
Let me tell you this. I want us to look at it from this other point.
Or what if she doesn't want to wear it?
No, we go wear by force. No, we go force. We go take it
Halfway now. Why no one can halfway? Me don't me the one I don't know for your end.
No, but
But halfway now.
Okay, so that's why Madon is saying,
We go
right,
take the food wearer.
don't go for what you do not like. But I think right, that no work because again, there is this Nigerian celebrity that I don't want to mention names. He married someone else and he verbalized it in an interview and he said, this is totally not the person I was looking
Physically.
for. Physically in my head to get married to. I was always looking for an arm candy that I would take to red carpets and all of that. But his wife is the opposite. It's not that she's not a nice lady. She's
amazing.
Yes.
I think I know what you're
But
talking about.
Again, sometimes, right, the physical attraction will bring you in. Then you go in and find
Many.
out.
I want
At
men,
times,
I want
V,
men to understand
V,
that
at
physical
times-
attraction, you don't go chop a move.
At times
You
we
stay with that woman in the house.
confuse physical attraction with lust. Some people just get lost with what they see. They misinterpret it for physical attraction.
Yes.
Those are two different
That's
things.
when they enter the marriage and then
Yeah.
their eyes start, the
Because-
scales fall off.
Let's look at it from this point. A guy might be approaching you, you understand, you don't find him attractive. You're like, I don't care, let him go. But by the time he goes to another girl, you start see those big eyes sexy. You start see the bend legs curved. You start see, you understand?
No, because
So,
you were just like,
yeah, you didn't take time to see how,
you don't know men look very handsome when
to
they're with another
interpret
woman.
the physical. At times you need to interpret the physical. The eyes might be big because he just cried. Maybe he didn't just wash his face today.
The thing is that
Sango.
it's like Mado mentioned, it's easier to appreciate something with someone else.
Yes.
When a
And you said a lot of things with very strong undertones.
when a woman sees a man without another woman, it's easier for her to walk by without really paying too much attention.
Big attention.
But when a woman comes to find a man having another woman next to him, it's a whole nother story. Because there are so many stories in her head, right? Just the man being with another woman alone is already
And making her
It's already
a
make
sense
her
of
imagine things.
insecurity
Yeah.
for the other woman, which is an attraction
To another
towards
woman.
the man, right?
100%.
So I feel that with that particular story, you know, tying it to what we're talking about, which actually I feel like I'm losing myself. But coming back to everything else, I think generally, we are who we are, and we appreciate what we appreciate.
Yeah.
The next man that you're going to sit right there is going to tell you a different story from Sam. Is going to tell you a different story
Yeah,
from
that's
me.
why I said
right?
it's subjective.
It's subjective.
It's from person to
It's
person.
fully
And-
subjective.
and-
Again, beauty
I
is in
love
the
your
eyes of
lips.
the beholder. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And also
Eyes of the beholder.
there is something I think that is very important, being a man, because no matter what, you are never going to be a man. You're never going to be in my head. I'm never going to be in yours. The things you appreciate are different from what I appreciate. The thing is, what I see, I could say your hands are sexier than Ada's hands. I could say Ada's lips are sexier than yours. I could say Ada's ears, maybe Vivian's ears are sexier than. So it's a complicated world.
That's how you
Another
build your
man
own.
would
Right.
say Vivian's ears that you didn't see
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
fine sexy
So-
is sexy
so-
to him.
Yeah, it's different.
So
It's
that's
just
the
different
thing.
for
It's a
everybody.
big story, you know, behind our conclusion as to who we want to settle with. But right now, what we look at is after what we've choose, right, to be with, and that comes down to effort.
Yeah.
I just want my spouse
To put
to
in the
put in
effort.
the efforts. I already seen it all, right? I've seen you naked. I've seen you in your worst. I've seen you in your best. Now you brought forth, like, you've given birth to the wonderful kids, right? That I want for us to have. After that, just take
Maintain.
care of yourself. That's it. Just take care. I don't care how much change.
Yeah, or
goes
how
on,
long it
but
takes
just
you.
show me
That
that
you're making the effort.
you are making efforts. That's
It's
it.
important.
Alright.
It's actually really important because I've got a treadmill at home. And if I'm being completely honest, it's just to show my husband that I'm trying. Whoa, that's it. That's it. I wake up at 6 o'clock, that's why I'm on that treadmill. Because I want my husband to see that, this
I
is my
want to
wife.
do your TikTok videos too.
So I'm not even gonna lie. That's because I want him to know that this is my wife. She's not just, giving herself to you get. So you have to also. That's why I was saying that if he marries a woman that decides to refuse to do any effort, she's gonna lose him because you know your husband.
Yeah.
So just try your small
And
best.
it's about knowing the person that you marry.
Yes.
Knowing your partner.
This is the thing, right? And on the flip side of this, when a man gains weight and then now you want to tell this man, like, Daddy, you have gained this small weight. Like, what can I do? Can I be doing you small vegetable? No, I did drinking on my Amster. I did drinking on my Guinness. I did drinking. So how do you handle that?
I know who might be cheek. Man, you don't worry about my belly. You worry about belly out.
I wear about belly. I wear sexy clothes.
I be woman.
So how do we handle it? We want to hear you guys' advice.
Can please.
Now when I go tell we have to handle the
The microphone's in your mouth.
The thing is, as much as as much as you guys like arm candies, I also want to go on my man and be like, not trying to explain to people that
Six-pack.
hibernate.
You know, I've actually heard women say, well, don't mind me that my muscle that a big belly. And like, then start apologizing for that stomach.
And women easily accept the tummy or the belly more than men accept the one that comes. Yeah.
Okay, we want you guys to give us.
I believe it depends on. It still goes back to the woman because you have a greater role to play. Some men are indecisive. They might not like the tummy, but they don't know how to go about it. Some don't even have the strength or the time to go to the gym. You are the woman, you have the house. By the time you see, it's a process. The tummy doesn't just get big overnight. You see it
Mine
getting
does.
1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches. You know what to cook. You understand? You know you make a meal plan for the man. If he likes
The
swallow,
meal plan.
instead of water before, then oatmeal.
With
Make it oatmeal, make it chop. Make him more vegetables. You must not restrict him from what he likes, but you adjust it.
but you hear
I used to like
you hear
water-
really talk
water
about we need to
very-
walk around. But now we will need
I
to
used to like
go
water fan arrow a lot, but now I'm forced to oatmeal, and I've decided to. I conditioned my mind to like oatmeal.
Sam is very a celebrity, forget it.
Not matters.
Someone no one to lose.
You be
his way.
edge case.
So how will we work on that? If your tummy gets big, if I'm your wife, tell me what you think you want me to do.
Just tell me.
Look, if my tummy gets big, which I don't think will ever get to that point.
As a person,
So hypothetically, right?
Yes.
So the thing is, just like Viv mentioned, the gap tooth back home is
It's
a
a thing.
beauty thing, right? It's the same thing for men. A lot of women think that men with pot
It's a
belly
sign
are
of
rich,
wealth.
are wealthy, and
Whoa.
stuff. Signs
Yeah,
of-
so it's a
right.
cultural. It's a cultural.
Right.
People
So
accept it
so
culturally.
you're not starving, you know,
as
if
in
you
you're
have a
living
pot
good.
belly back home, which is ridiculous. I just think that it goes the same way. I did mention this earlier. It goes the same way, you know. The woman should be able to tie her man. You know, we are all reminders, like in the back burner. We are all like we are the keeper, you know, for each other. We have to watch for each other and how we communicate those things. I have to be able, as a woman, I should be able to tell my man, like, hey, babe, I think it's about time. I really think that
Justice
you
for
you
cancer
have
vaccination.
you are a
And now he's
wonderful
saying,
man,
okay, so
right?
now you want
Yeah,
delivery
they
to be
told-
nice.
like,
What if you
no.
have the woman that's like, sitting out there, big belly? Why your belly big?
You
go
too,
so?
every day.
How would
now.
you
Oh, yeah,
handle
on
it?
that.
That's exactly how you express yourself.
Oh my God.
So you're gonna take that. You'll be happy that she said it that way.
No, I'm not in that position.
What position?
If you are,
There are women that will express just exactly the
right?
way you did,
Yes.
and there are women that will calmly say
And say it nicely.
So I cannot, you know, like buy both sides.
But would it hurt your feelings if she said it that way?
I think all right.
I know I should know my woman better.
Yeah. So you already expect. it.
Yeah, I should know what she would be
Capable of
spitting out, you know, before she says it.
And
But-
sometimes the intent is not necessarily to hurt you. The
Of
delivery
course,
might be
it's
wrong.
just the way she delivers.
That's what I'm saying. So it's it.
True, I
and
think it's
before
both
you
sides.
before you pick your poison, you should definitely know how it's gonna kill you. You know. So yeah.
That's a word.
Can we move on?
Yes.
Enough.
Let's read our
All right,
confessional.
I think-
Go ahead.
I think cultural individual preferences, right, matters in all of this. So culturally, in Nigeria, men with big belly are more attractive, right?
Even in Cameroon.
Odogu.
Well, Sam says even in Cameroon, but over here,
It's
no,
African.
it's not.
It's
So I think
African.
again, cultural and individual preferences.
No, but yeah, there's cultural and individual. I
Let me
agree.
let me correct something. Most of those girls who find those big belly attractive, They look for the six packs to complement the big belly.
100%.
Please. Oh, please. Let's not get there.
Yeah, in fact, let's
People joke about talk.
That would be another thing.
Let's read that confessional. Let's go ahead. We have 2 minutes.
Confessional. Hi. I overheard my husband telling his friend that he only married me because he couldn't be with the woman he wanted. When
I swear, if I hear that, I don't know how I'm gonna move forward.
When I confronted him about it, he wasn't apologetic. He said that I shouldn't act like I didn't know. That just because he wanted someone else doesn't mean that he doesn't want me.
Wahala.
It hurts my feelings because the woman he wants, I don't know. He never told me about his past and I never cared to know. Although I asked one of his friends who said that I should worry. The girl in question is married, but he will not tell me who the girl is. That makes me a bit satisfied. But what if they divorce and the girl becomes available again? So double cheat.
Wait, double
Maybe you want to collect your
Cheating
thoughts.
with a married
Let me just say
woman.
one thing. I think the only thing I'll say for this is like it's a hard thing to hear, and then also it's just something like our partners had people before us, you know, and they probably preferred those people, but then we came when it was married time, and you know they just
But
married.
that's not information to know that you were the second choice.
Yeah, no, that's
I
what I'm
think-
saying. That if I hear
But
that,
he
I don't know
she
how
didn't hear
I'll
it
move
from
forward.
him, though.
Madam,
But-
I think it depends on how far they've gone in that marriage or relationship. Because like they say, love grows. You can get married to someone you didn't love. But as you live together with time, you come to discover certain things about that person.
Bro, love
And
doesn't grow.
It does.
Not
Let me-
always.
let me- Bro.
What about people who do hook up and end up happily married?
Bro,
Love
that's,
grows.
that's
Let me tell you.
endurance.
Always.
Let me
Love doesn't
land. Let me
grow.
land. So if you've
That's the
been,
topic.
let me land. If
Love
you've
doesn't-
been in
love
this
grows,
house with this
does not
man
grow.
for that long, and he still haven't reconciled the fact that he took someone he wasn't supposed to take, and he's still regretting his action, I think that's not a better place for you.
Me too.
You should start
it's
thinking of
healthy.
yes, it's not a better place for you because
that
if the
particular
love
thing will
hasn't
just
grown till now,
mess in
then
my head.
you should leave.
So if
If-
they're married, you should leave.
I don't know. That's why I said I don't know how
So,
far
yes,
gone.
this is what I heard. I don't know whether I want married them. I heard that they're married. He probably never.
He was talking to a friend.
To his
She
friend.
overheard.
She overheard him, right?
But, yeah, go ahead.
And then she overheard him. He did not come to her. I did not hear her, however, say he doesn't treat me rightly.
The point is when she
confronted him.
because
He
it's
said
true.
she's
Yeah,
away.
he
You
wasn't
understand?
intentionally saying it to her, but when she confronted him,
I even has goosebumps because I'm like, oh my god.
yeah, he is saying he didn't apologize. He said it's not like he didn't know. You knew about it.
And then now the friend is saying that take
The
some
other person is
comfort.
married.
Take some comfort in the fact
She's
that
married.
she's married.
You don't know what's going through her home. She might be planning to leave
That's
her
what she's
husband. So
saying.
you understand?
That's what
So
she's saying.
it's not a
That
safe
what
space
if-
for the wife.
Yeah.
This will be a very hard thing for an insecure person. For a more secured
I have a topic about
person.
insecurity. Yeah. No. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
Remember, you
but-
win and lose security.
You can win
Yeah,
and lose
it
security.
can come and go.
I'm a very secure person, but I feel like if I hear this, it might start to.
That's why I say
because
you win and lose.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
win and lose.
A lot of
Yes,
things in your marriage.
yes.
You start overthinking a lot of things. Maybe you have a quarrel. Maybe he's quarreling with me now because he wants to leave
He
me
wants to
because
be
he-
with that other
Okay.
person.
Maybe.
Okay,
There are
this
so many
this is
things.
the thing, right?
I think reassurance would have
Thi-
worked.
thi- this-
here
this
better.
is- this
Just
is the
reassuring
thing.
her that I'm sorry that you heard this. It wasn't intended for you to hear, but I
It was a
love
past
you.
story
I know,
that was-
yeah, that's past and all of that. Just reassuring her would make her more settled.
That will be the only thing that will work here.
So
Yeah.
I'm about to
Bust some
have
bubble.
somebody go ask some questions when they get back home. So there is a saying that the first love to a woman is the love of her life. The last to a man is the love of his life. I don't know how true.
Mr. Tawe don't marry. That man we marry and I to be the love of his life.
That's it. The woman the man
there's no way
ends
saving
up,
value. You
the,
already-
the woman the man ends up with is the love of his life. The first woman,
The first man.
first man the woman loves is the love of her life.
Please, okay.
So
Source, trust me, bro.
unfortunately, fortunately,
My
some
source doesn't-
husbands are
person,
not
you
here
can don't go
to
and
hear
Google
that.
it. You must see.
I think I will beg to
that true?
differ. The first love a woman meets cannot be
Doesn't
the love of life because
she's dumb.
most of the time they don't even know what love is.
We're dumb.
Look,
You understand?
look for the woman.
At time, a girl at 15, 16, 17, 18 doesn't know what love
Maybe
is.
we should talk about what is love then. You cannot find love for somebody.
I'm going to pick you back on that, right?
I have 10 seconds, about to wrap this up.
So that Okada man go be that the love of
Women are children. They're childlike. They always reminiscence to the past. Women are, their minds are wild, and they always travel back in time.
No, they travel back to what's
So-
memorable. If it wasn't memorable,
That's
why
what
am
I'm
I
saying.
marrying
The
you?
love is not necessarily just the language. I'm talking about the man that made you feel important.
But that is a
at
thing.
time.
That's a qualifier.
First
It's
hand.
not necessarily the first one because I thought you said
Yeah,
the
it's
first
not
one.
When I
necessarily
say
the
the
first.
first, when I say the first, it
The
doesn't
first you
really
fell
mean
in
the
love
first man.
with,
The first
okay.
No, I thought you said the first
not
man.
the
you fell in
Okada
love
man,
with.
you're safe.
No, not the man.
All right.
Because I'm like, that cannot be it. I'm like, that cannot be it. What do you mean?
Oh, my Mondoni, man.
All that your Mondoni man, they don't feel me, babe.
Hey, God, sorry, I can't remember.
I'm crying.
Well, thank you, guys.
No, you don't feel me the love of my life. I'm like, what? If you didn't take me go school, that's it.
That is not nice. You're not nice. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for watching. Again, this is the final episode of season 1.
Yay!
Yay! Now we wish Ken was in, especially the
the other
episode. You guys
episodes.
remember the episode where we talked about the beauty expectation placed on men versus women.
Yeah.
You missed that one.
He would have been good at it.
Yeah. Well, does physical attraction matters when finding a relationship? I guess across the board we're voting. It is very subjective, and then there's very one strong opinion that says Maya Ayopusha, right? Okay, so thank you for watching. It was amazing. Thanks for the engagement. Thanks for the confessionals. This was beautiful. Send us more. Follow us on social media. Watch full episodes on YouTube. And we will see you next time.
Bye.